If you've been wanting to start an online business with GoHighLevel, this video is for you. I'm going to give an updated 2025 tutorial of the whole GoHighLevel platform from start to finish. You'll want to stick around for the whole video because not only are we going to go through every single feature of the platform, but we're also going to talk about different business models that you can build based off of the different features that we go through today. But before we get started, if you find these videos helpful, please like this video, leave a comment, and also feel free to subscribe for future videos breaking down different ways to make money online utilizing the GoHighLevel platform. If you want to test out the platform for yourself, you can click the link in my description to get a 14-day free trial. When you sign up using my link, you'll get access to my automations, my templates, and all my onboarding processes when it comes to bringing on new clients to hopefully save you time when it comes to building your business with GoHighLevel. With that being said, let's go ahead and jump into it. All right, if you've never logged into the GoHighLevel platform before, this is what you're going to see when you first log in. This is the Launchpad. In simple terms, this is just an easy way to get your account going, whether it's yourself or you're setting it up for a business owner. And you'll see here, there's going to be different buttons to do things like connect your Google My Business, set up your Facebook page, set up your chat widget, so on and so forth. Obviously, we'll dive deeper into each of these things, but it makes it really nice because if you just get GoHighLevel by itself, it's a good setup page to start out with. Now, what I've done is I've actually created a custom landing page to help them get started. That's a little bit more in depth. And I've actually created an onboarding course that business owners, when they first log in, it gives them an in-depth dive into each feature within the platform so they can learn a little bit more about it. So even if they signed up maybe for one reason, maybe it's for my ad launcher, maybe it's for the general CRM systems, whatever it is, they can learn more about the other features in the platform and get help right there. Obviously, I give them the option to book an onboarding call, but I also have getting started videos to set up their phone numbers, to connect their domain, to set up their email services, to download the app, and so on and so forth. So if you want access to this template so you don't have to build it out yourself and get an inside look on what my onboarding process looks like and how I streamline it, go ahead and sign up for my affiliate link, which can be found in the description. It will actually give you a 14-day free trial of the GoHighLevel platform, and you'll be able to literally mimic and copy this template, switch it out, make it your own. So just a great way to streamline your onboarding process. Now, the way that I'm going to structure this video is going to be a little bit different. Instead of just going to the sidebar here and just going into each of these different features, right? Launchpad, dashboard, conversations. I'm going to give you different business models that you can actually build out utilizing GoHighLevel and then talk about the associated features. So by the end of this video, you'll be able to have and learn all of the features within GoHighLevel. But my hope is when you watch this, you can either A, copy the exact business models that I give to you and then just go and do it yourself, or B, as I talk about these business models, pick and choose from different things that I talk about and then make your own offer, your own model, and then go offer that to business owners yourself. So hopefully this unique structure will help you out and bring you a little bit more value versus some of the other walkthroughs of the GoHighLevel platform, because I know that was a big thing that I was challenged with when I first started was, great, there's all these features, but how do I package this together to make a compelling offering to business owners? So with that being said, let's go ahead and start with the first offer, which is building a model, which is based around building websites, funnels, and landing pages for business owners. Now, for this, we're going to start on the left side here and go into the Sites tab. And I'm going to show you the different features that GoHighLevel has for this business model. Now, funnels and websites, they're pretty similar. And you'll see up here at the top, you have different options such as forms, chat widget, which I mentioned just a few minutes ago. But let's dive into this because GoHighLevel actually makes this very, very simple. Now, if I click up here in the top right and go to new funnel, you're going to see I have three options. So I can create a from scratch template. You know, there's going to be nothing on it. And from there, I can just put whatever I want. I can also utilize AI. This is a newer feature within GoHighLevel, and this will allow me to utilize AI to quickly build a from scratch template, or I can use one of their preloaded templates and then make edits from there. So for this example, I'm going to go ahead and use one of the templates that are within GoHighLevel already. And when I open this up, you're going to see here on the left side, I have different categories that I can choose from. So depending on the niche that you're focusing on, so let's say that you're focusing on home services, you can quickly click into here, and I will just pick this landscaping one, and you can go ahead and preview this. And it's really nice because when you are making an offer for a business owner to check out a website that you want to offer them, this is a really good way to give them a sample template. So you're providing some type of value. And I'll talk about what that means here in just a second. So I'm going to go ahead. This one looks good. I'm going to hit continue. You can also add them as favorites if you want to save them for later or you think you're going to use this multiple times. For example, if you're specifically targeting the landscaping business. So I'm going to get this to load up. after a few seconds, you'll see here, it will load up the page. And if you've ever used a website builder before, like Wix, like Shopify, it's pretty similar, right? It's drag and drop, click, change some photos around, and you're good to go. Now, before I jump into this, I'm going to talk about how this can be so compelling for business owners, because you'd be surprised how many business owners don't actually have a website associated with their business still. So there's a big need for this. And if you go and search on Google, this is a great way to get started. Just search for landscaping companies for this example. If you scroll through the list of companies, I'll just show you what this looks like right here. So if you take a look at this, I searched for landscaping companies. I went to the second page, and I can see here all of these ones have websites associated with them, but this one right here, it doesn't. So could I call them up and say, hey, I actually built out a sample website for you. Can I show it to you? And think about the difference there, right? So someone reaches out and contacts them and just cold calls them and says, hey, I want to build a website for you, versus you reach out and you say, hey, I actually already made you a sample website. Do you care if we book some time where I could just walk you through it? And if you want to use it, great. If not, no harm, no foul, right? Not very pressuring. You're bringing them some type of value. You can see how that change of tone can book you a lot of appointments. And so that's a really easy way to get some of your first clients under your belt. Now, and all you have to do is come into here, use one of these templates. If you can find their logo that they use online, or maybe they have a Facebook page, whatever it is, you can swap those things out, put some photos in here, and you're good to go. But as you can see here, I can click on any of these features here, come over here to the right? I can swap out photos right here. I can add text. I can adjust my margins. But up here in the top left, right, this is where I add elements. This is where you can do the majority of your work if you want to add anything into this. Now, I'm not saying you have to change anything, but if you do, right, again, drag and drop. I can put a headline in here, put some text on it, say that I wanted to maybe create a deal that the company's running and have a countdown timer. So people need to take action right away, right? I can put in the countdown timer. I can change the color over here so it's a little bit more visible, so on and so forth. So it's pretty self-explanatory, but a great way to quickly get some clients under your belt by providing them some type of value utilizing the website builder. So I'm going to go ahead and back out of this and hit OK here. And when you back out, you're going to see these additional settings right here. And I'm just going to cover a few points here that are going to be most important. So this is where you can name your page. And then the path right here, this is where you're going to be guiding them to. So if you've ever been to a website before, obviously you have the home page, you might have a contact us page, so on and so forth. That's exactly what this is. So if it's the home page that this page you're building out is, right, maybe you just put home. So it's www.websitename.com/home. So when you're building multiple pages, that's what that's for. You're going to connect your domain right here to the website, and I'll show you how to do that here in just a second. And then down here, you can actually turn on a chat widget, which is really neat. So essentially what that is if a customer comes to their website and they have the chat bubble pop up right in the bottom right, they can type in and speak to a live person, or you can initiate AI. That's in one of my other videos. I talk about a business model that you can utilize AI for that, but essentially a much easier way for customers to find them and communicate very quickly. On the subject, let me go ahead and show you how to quickly set up a chat widget so you can see this real time. So all you do is you just go up here to the top right, go to chat widget, hit new. And then what you're going to have is some different options here. So you have WhatsApp, live chat, SMS, and email chat. I'm going to go ahead and do live chat for this example. And this is super simple. So you'll see the preview of it down here, and then you can customize this as so. So I can come here, I can switch the style around, right? Do I want it to have a little picture right here? Do I not want it to have a picture? I can change the chat bubble icon, and then also change the coloring of the chat box. So maybe the website has, maybe the green chat box looks a little bit better, based off of the website colors that are in there. You can give it a welcome message and go from there. So once that's all done, again, you can come into here, change around these settings as needed. You can hit save, and then that chat bot will be set up just like that. Now, there's two things that you can do with this. So if you're building the website through GoHighLevel, then you can hit save, and then we're going to go back to that drop down to initiate it. But one thing I do want to mention, if you are putting this in your business model, and maybe another idea, right, that you can spin off of this website idea is providing these chatbots I shouldn't say chatbots, chat widgets for business owners. You could come into here and you could say, hey, get code. And this is going to give you the code to install this chat widget into their website. So essentially, if they already have a website set up, you can say, hey, I noticed that you didn't have a chat widget installed. When people come to your website and they want to reach out to you real fast, how do they do it? Oh, yeah, they call our number. Oh, great. Well, I see your number's like up here in the top right. It's pretty small. Would it be helpful just to have a chat widget installed and then just have an easy way for them to communicate back and forth with you to your phone, just almost like a text message, so you never lose out on a customer? Oh, yeah, that's great. Perfect. I'll build that out for you. Boom, build it out, get the code. And all you do is you send this over to the business owner, and then whoever their website developer is, they can go ahead and install that into their website. And then you have the chat widget installed. And then what's nice is the conversations can still be managed and come to the GoHighLevel platform or your white label version. So now that we're off that side tangent, let me go back here, and I'm going to go back to funnels, and we're going to go ahead and go back to this landscape appointment one. And I'm going to go back to settings. And now you can see here that my chat widget is an option. So I'm going to go ahead and hit save. And once I do that, I can now go back and preview the website. And just like that, you'll see that now I should have a chat widget pop up here in the bottom right. And now I can start having a conversation back and forth that goes directly to the conversations box. Now, before we go on to the next thing, the last thing I just want to mention real quick is connecting a domain. So connecting a domain is fairly easy. You can do it by either going to the settings down here, or if you're building out your first funnel, you can actually just connect it right here. So if you don't have your domain connected or your domain in GoHighLevel yet, you can just hit add and edit domains. And it's going to take you to this page right here. And once we're here, you're going to come up here to the top right. You're going to hit connect domain. And I'm just going to put in a fake domain. Sure, we'll use that. And then we'll go ahead and you'll have two options. So two things are going to happen depending on who your domain provider is. So you can either add the records manually. This is what I typically do. I think it's the easiest. Or you can hit continue. And if it can find your domain provider, it will actually be able to automatically add those records to your website. And if you've never done this before, don't worry. I'll quickly show you what this looks like. But you can see here, it didn't find a domain provider for myself. So it's going to have me add these manually. And for this example, I'm going to use a domain that I don't actually use. So if you come up here, you can see I'm in Squarespace. So that's my domain provider. You might have Cloudflare, GoDaddy, there's a few of them, but essentially you're just going to go to the settings and you're going to find your DNS records. Once you're here under your DNS records, you're going to find custom records. You're going to hit add a record, and then it's just as simple as copy and pasting. So I'm going to come back here and I'm going to follow this exactly, right? So record is A, so I can do record is an A record. Host is the @ symbol. So I'll copy that, paste it here, and then the IP address is this, and that's it, right? So I'm not going to actually save this again because this is a fake domain, but by doing that, I'm just going to hit save, and then I'm going to do the same exact process with the other one. And then once that's done, you can verify your records, and then your domain should be connected. And that's how you connect a domain. So simple enough. Let's go ahead and back out of this. We are going to go back to the sites tab down here. Now, quickly touching on websites here, same thing as funnels pretty much. You can do new website. You can select templates. You're going to get business categories. The biggest difference between this is it's going to create multiple pages for you, right? So you might have a home page, a contact us page, an about us page that you can go in and edit each of those for. So funnels, websites, very similar. And essentially it's the same thing. After that, I'm going to breeze through some of these up here. So obviously, depending on what you're doing, so for whatever reason you need a store set up, maybe you're doing drop shipping, they do have options for that. Webinars, if that's your main purpose of your business that you're starting, great. You have a way to create webinar funnels to make that easier. You have your analytics, blogs, and then you can connect WordPress. Usually this is an upsell that people will put into their plans. So if someone has a website through WordPress, they can go ahead and connect that there. You have your client portal and then your forms. So let me talk about forms for a second, because this will be pretty important, especially if you're going to start the business model of creating websites for business owners. So a form is essentially how you capture information. So I can quickly go up here in the top right, do add form. Let me go ahead and move my head out of the way. And same thing, right? I can start from scratch or I can utilize a template. So I'm just going to use this one to make it simple. And I'm going to hit continue. And great, I just created a form. And this form, it has names, emails, phone number. I'm not going to do a ton of extra work on this one, but you can see here the same principle as the template, right? You can pop open the elements on the side, drag and drop whatever information that you want to capture into the form, and go ahead and hit save. Once that's done, and I have a form created, what's really nice about this is when I come back into my websites or my funnels, I'm going to go back to this landscaping one for this example. And I'm going to go ahead and go back and edit this. And you can see here, I can go ahead and go to my elements. I'm going to drag in a form that I want someone to fill out. And now my forms will be here in the dropdown. So I'll just do the contact us form. And there you go. So that's the contact us form. Obviously, you can make it look way prettier than this, but you can see how quickly you can get this done when you're doing this for business owners. So let me go ahead and back out of this. I'm not going to save that. And now let's wrap this first business model up. So that's websites and funnels, landing pages, right? Chat widgets. That should give you a good overall view of how you can utilize these different tools to help out business owners. So again, business model number one, building out websites, landing pages, and funnels. And you can go on Google, you can go online, maybe you can go on Facebook. Another big thing that people will do is go to Facebook groups and post in there, hey, I'm creating free sample websites for whoever needs one, who wants one, and you can get different comments on there. Now, the thing that I will say here is a lot of the times when you go into Facebook groups, you might get banned if you put in that type of messaging. So the tip that I would give there is I wouldn't just go to a general Facebook page for landscapers, for instance, right? I wouldn't just type in like landscapers and then just go for it. Where I have found the most success is if you focus on city specific Facebook pages. So maybe you go, so I live in Utah, right? So it's Utah locals, landscapers, something like that, right? That's where I found a little bit more success when I worked on the local level versus going to a massive Facebook group, because they probably have tons of marketers already posting in there. So that's a really good place to start to find some of your first clients as well, if you don't want to do a ton of outbounding at first. One last thing I'll mention about funnels that I forgot to, these are your funnel steps here on the side. So when you think of a funnel, right, this is a journey that the customer is going through to purchase a product, to fill out a form, whatever it might be. So you have your funnel steps here. So these are going to be the different pages that they're brought to as they go throughout this funnel process, right? So you have your home page, maybe they fill out a form, and after that, they're prompted to schedule a call. And then after that, they get a thank you page. So whenever you want to add additional steps to your funnel, you can do so here. So just a quick note on funnels, if that's what you're focusing on, that is where you find the different steps to make their journey seamless and easy. The next thing that we're going to talk about, so business model number 2, is building out automations for business owners. So this is a great thing that you could also combine with the websites, or if you just want to focus on this by itself, this is a great thing to do as well. Now, automations, I'll give you a real life example. If you've ever booked an appointment to go to the doctor, the dentist, you've probably gotten a text message before that says, hey, please confirm your appointment in the next 24 hours, reply Y or reply yes to confirm that you're going to be there. That's an automation, right? There's no one actually texting you to do that. And businesses find that really helpful. Appointment reminders, or maybe text messaging campaigns to their clients, promotionals, birthday messages. Maybe they do like a birthday discount, whatever it might be. Building out automations can be very, very helpful for business owners. And GoHighLevel allows you to do that very easily. So now we're going to go to the automations tab, and we're going to talk about this a little bit more. Now, in here, we are going to go ahead and create a workflow. So this is how you start an automation. And you have two options. You can either select from a recipe, which is similar to the website templates, right? It's just basically a series of steps that are already in there, and then you can change them accordingly. Or you can start from scratch. And I'm going to go ahead and start from scratch in this example. And I typically like to start from scratch. That's my personal opinion. And I'm just going to give this a name. And let's do the workflow. So the first things that we're going to do is we're going to add a trigger. And what a trigger is it's, hey, when this specific action takes place, this workflow is going to start. And there's so many different triggers that you can give on here. So you can give them, a contact's created, a birthday reminder, a contact tag, a form is filled out, whatever it is. And what's really nice about GoHighLevel again is it's just drag and drop, click and play. They make it really easy. So I'm going to go ahead and actually do a form. So I'm just going to search form and do form submitted, because this is one of your most common ones. Say that they have a contact us page on their website and they fill out the form and they want them to get a text message right away prompting them to book an appointment on their calendar. And I'm just going to do form submitted, and I'm going to leave that the same. I'm going to hit add filters, and let me again move my head out of the way. I'm going to do form is, and then I'm just going to select a form. So we could do that contact us form, for example, that we just put on that sample website. And I'm going to save that trigger. Now, since we have that in there now, that is anytime someone fills out this form, what do you want to have happen? So let's add some steps into here. So I'm going to go ahead and hit the plus symbol, and now we're going to take another action. So like I said, maybe that action is an SMS. So I'm going to go ahead and click SMS, and I can save templates in here, but I will just do, hello, this is a test. And you can test these, which is kind of nice once you have your phone number set up. You can check your stats on here to see how many were delivered, clicked, right? If you put a link in there, and I'm just going to hit save. So now what's going to happen? They fill out the form, they get a text message right away. Now, let's say we don't want them to receive a text message right away because we want it to seem a little bit more human. Well, if we don't want it to go right away, we can actually add a wait step here. So now I can come into here and I can say, let's wait 2 minutes and then send the text message. Okay, now after that, maybe I want to keep track of these contacts and I want to organize them. So maybe after I send the text message, I want to add a contact tag. And maybe the contact tag is customer, right? Or potential customer. So when they go into their contacts on the GoHighLevel or your white label version of GoHighLevel, they can filter by contact tags, look at customer, and then they can see, hey, here's all the people that have filled out this contact us form, and they received an SMS, and maybe they responded, maybe they didn't. And maybe that gives them an opportunity to quickly filter through those people so they can send personalized follow-ups to try to get on the books or on their calendar. So I'm going to go ahead and save this action and add another one. And maybe they have employees, right? This could be another example here. So after they send a text message and add a tag, maybe you want an employee to manually give them a call and follow up with them to try to get them on the calendar, ask them about the project that they want for their landscaping, whatever it might be. So you can add staff members into GoHighLevel, and I'm just going to go ahead and hit assign to user. And I'm just going to do the drop down here and assign this to myself and hit save action. And now just like that, right? We probably spent 2 minutes. Now we have automation built out. So when someone comes to our website and fills out a form, that contact us form, it's going to wait 2 minutes. It's going to send them an SMS. It's going to tag them so we can organize them in our contacts tab. And it's going to assign that contact to me, the employee, and I'm going to be assigned to give that person a call, right? And I can even add a task for that if I want, right? So I can come into here and I'll do manual action to call. And this will just essentially give me a task in my GoHighLevel platform, since it's assigned to me when I log in as a staff member, that I need to call this person and follow up today. So after I'm done with that, I can go ahead and hit save. And when I'm ready to publish this, I can just flip this on and then it will be published. And that's a big mistake that a lot of people make, is they'll make these automations and then they'll be like, why is this not working? A lot of the times you forget to save it and you forget to publish it. So make sure you do those two things. Another thing that business owners will ask about a lot is, hey, I don't want to reach out to my customers during the weekends or after 8 p.m., whatever it might be. So when you go into settings on your workflow, and again, you can just find settings right there, you can add some options here to do a few things. So number one, I always make sure that this is flipped on. So stop on response. So if someone responds to me, I don't want them to get another follow-up message, because say I added one text message in there and was like, hey, thanks for filling out the form. When can you book an appointment? And then I have another automation for 2 days later to go back and follow up if they haven't responded. It'd be kind of awkward if they responded and said, yes, I'm interested, and then no one reached out and then it sent that follow-up message, right? So I always make sure that this is on, stop on response. And then you can do it based off of time zone. So I like to do the contacts time zone. And then this is where you can do a specific time window. So say your business owner is like, hey, I don't want to be texting people at 10 p.m. at night. Or maybe they do, right? Maybe they're okay having text messages go out all the time. You can set time frames in which these text messages go out. You can include days of the week. so on and so forth. And then right here, you can put in a sender name and from email. So we did text messages, but you could do the same thing. Just type an email instead of SMS. You could make it so you could say landscapes plus and make the front email landscapes plus.com, right? Something like that. info@landscapesplus.com. So we'll put that in there. So essentially when they get that email, this is where they see that it's from. And then same thing here. This will be the phone number when you send a text message. And we'll talk about how to set up a phone number here in just a second. So once that's done, I'm going to go ahead and hit save. And that is finished. Now, that is how you build out automations. So again, just to recap here, another business model that you could utilize and build is building out automations. So appointment reminders, getting people booked on the calendar. You could connect those to their website so that when people fill out forms, they automatically get follow-up messages, whatever it might be. But building out automations for business owners to streamline their processes and to book more business. Third business model that we're going to talk about is a social media planner / review management business. So again, you don't have to combine these. This is just another idea that you could use. And this is where you are posting for business owners and you can schedule out their content and their posts using the social planner. And you can either do two things. You could post for them, or you could just give them access to this social planner so they can post themselves. And I'll show you how it works here in just a second. And then the second part of this is reputation management. And a lot of people will actually build their business models solely on reputation management. And if you don't know what that is their Google reviews, their Facebook reviews, so that when people are searching for their types of services online, so again, we'll stick with the example of landscapers near me, there are very important aspects when it comes to their reputation management to help their business pop up at the top. Those three things are, number one, number of reviews, number two, their overall star rating, and then number three, how frequent they're getting reviews. And so again, going back to how you can pitch this to business owners, you could go and say, hey, I see that you are listed as the 6th landscaping company on Google. What are you doing currently to try to boost your ratings to get to that number 1 or 2 spot organically? And then you could give your pitch about how to utilize our reputation management tools in order to get to that spot. And let's dive into how these actually work. So the social planner is the marketing tab right here. And what you can do with this is you can actually connect all your different social channels. So Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, YouTube, TikTok. You can even connect your Pinterest. And then obviously your Google My Business is here as well. Now, with this, once this is all connected, I'm going to actually show you what this looks like. So I've gone ahead and connected some dummy pages here. So this is what it's going to look like once it's connected. I've connected a Facebook and an Instagram page. And what I can do here, and this is what's really convenient for business owners, is I can create posts and have them post to multiple social accounts at one time. So if a business owner is really focused on trying to grow their social media presence, this is a great way to streamline that process for them. So for example, I want to make a post and I don't want to take the time to post it on Facebook and Instagram. I can actually just say, here, post this on my Facebook, my Instagram, my TikTok. I'm going to go ahead and type my content out here. I can add photos. I can add videos, whatever I need to right here. And once it's done, I can select if I want this on my feed. Do I want it on a reel? Do I want it as a story? And just like that, I can go ahead and either save it for later. I can also schedule the post, or I can just post it right now. And you can see here, there's a few other options as well to schedule a reoccurring post, schedule or send a post for approval. So this is maybe someone else is creating the content for them, or you're creating the content for them. And then you can have the business owner on here, and then it goes to a certain someone for approval, maybe the business owner. So you could do that as well. And again, pretty self-explanatory. Now, this is kind of neat because you can actually utilize AI within the GoHighLevel platform to create a post here as well. So let's go ahead and back out of this and talk about the email campaigns, because sometimes this is another thing is business owners will want to create consistent email campaigns to talk about upcoming deals, getting on the schedule, appointment reminders, whatever it might be. So you can actually do all of your email marketing through here as well, right? So you can combine social with your email marketing, and you can create a campaign. And what's really neat about this is you can have different templates already loaded in here, or you can start with blank templates and essentially put in multiple emails to be scheduled out for over the next month. And what's going to happen is you can do it in a big batch. And then for the next 30 days, you have all your email campaigns ready to go, sent out. And then hopefully automatically you can get repeat customers, new customers, whatever that target's for, and you're good to go. Now, let's go ahead and go back to the social planner because I want to talk about one more thing here, and that is the calendar. Now, what's really neat about this is once you have all your posts scheduled out, you'll be able to see them here. But to make it really simple for the business owner to view, they can actually come into any of these calendars and select a day, and this will take them to post and have it automatically schedule for that day. So that's another great thing that you can utilize there. Now, coming up here to the top, snippets, if you don't know what that is, whenever you are writing an email, maybe there's a line that you frequently use, such as like a call to action line, like let us know and we'll book a call with you. So that's what a snippet is. So if you ever want to create snippets to streamline the build out of your email campaigns, you can do that if you're going to add similar lines to each of those. Countdown timers. If you don't know what that is, obviously, it's a countdown timer, right? It's a way to build urgency. And so this is a great way to create a timer maybe for a deal that you're running so that when you're posting on Instagram or maybe your email campaigns, you can edit those countdown timers and say, hey, this deal's going on. There's 2 days left and 3 hours to purchase this product. And then you have your affiliate manager. So this is really interesting too, because this is a way for either you personally or also the business owner to create an affiliate program. And if you don't know what an affiliate program is, it's so if someone recommends their products to a friend or a family member, they can get a cut of that percentage. So maybe it's a massage studio. Maybe they do a special where, hey, if you add or refer a friend, you get 10% payout of the massage cost, right? I don't know. I've never heard of a massage parlor doing something like that, but that's just an example. So they can build out their whole affiliate manager in here as well to keep track of the revenue generated from it, the total customers, and then who referred those affiliates in order to pay them out. So you have your ads manager in here, which this is a newer feature. It's an add-on for $29 a month. Now, I will say this, I personally use UpHex for my ad launcher, ad manager. This is ad manager is kind of GoHighLevel's version of trying to copy UpHex in a way. And I'll show you what that is here in just a second, but that is an add-on. That's why I'm going to save it to the end. But if you do want to have the ads manager here, basically it's a way to quickly load in templates for ads, launch Facebook, Google ads. There is that option there. Reputation, you're going to see here, obviously there's no data here, but there's going to be an easy dashboard that they can look at and see how many reviews have they received, what's their average star rating, how many 5-star, 4-star, 3-star reviews do they have, so on and so forth. Now, this is where this gets really neat because this is a really easy way for them to go ahead and send review requests to customers that are coming in. And there's a few things that you can do for this. So number one, you can just manually send a review request. So I can click this button here, do the drop down, input their phone number, and then choose to send it via SMS, email, or WhatsApp. But obviously business owners, they don't have time to go in and do this for every single person that comes into their business. So this is where you can tie in automations with this as well. And there are a few ways that you can do this, but let me show you how to build this out first. So request reviews, these are just going to be showing you the requests that you sent out, the reviews that you've received. There's widgets here as well that you can attach if that is something needed. And then you have listings and you have settings. And this is where we're going to focus on the most. All right, so we have the settings loaded up here, and you can essentially create your customized experience of how you want these review links to go out. So you can have your custom review link, you can add it here, and then after you do that, you can copy it and send it to people. You can do an SMS review. So this is like, hey, what do you want the message to say when the SMS review goes out? So you can toggle this on up here. You can add images. You can just say like, hey, please leave a review. I'm not going to fix that because again, this is just a test. And then you can put here, hey, when do you want this SMS to send, right? So maybe you have it send right after they check in for their appointment. Maybe you have it repeat if they don't end up leaving you a review. Maybe it sends a reminder, 3 days later. And then you can do the same thing here, right, with the email version. Fast, so you can see what this looks like. Again, this is very similar to the funnel or website builders. Let me drag my face over here. So you can see here, you can make it look all nice and pretty. Hey, thanks for your coming in. Your experience matters to us. Write a review, and then this will take them directly to Facebook or Google to leave that. Now, the next thing that I wanted to talk about real quick is a QR code to leave reviews. Now, this is huge, right? Because in your offering, you can say, hey, streamline your text messaging and your emailing reviews to get consistent star ratings. But if you've ever walked into a small business before, you've probably seen something at the counter where it's like, hey, leave us a review, and here's a QR code to do so. You can actually create that QR code through GoHighLevel. How cool is that? So you can let your business owner know, hey, we'll streamline your review process for you through SMS and email. But also, if you want to print out your QR code, you can come into here. You can guide them to it, or you can just do it for them and do a custom QR code. You can throw the logo on there, whatever you need, and then boom, print that out, and they can tape that wherever they want. And now they have a custom QR code. So not only are they getting reviews from the SMS and email campaigns that you're sending out, but also the foot traffic that's coming in to their doors as well. So now that you know about review automation, let me go back to the automations and just show you here real fast. You can actually create this within your automations where a review request is sent out. So let's say here, maybe the trigger for this is payment. And you can just say payment received. So this is like after a customer submits their payment, I can go ahead and select like the product or whatever that I want, but I'll just go ahead and save trigger. And then after that, I can say review, send review request, right? And then I can do SMS, save action. And then, so again, let's just pretend we have a product in here and we can say, hey, after a payment's received, we'll add a wait step in. We'll go wait. Maybe you want to wait a day and then send this review request. So that's how you can build that into the automations as well. So I'm going to go ahead and back out of this now. So let's just do another quick recap. So business model number 3 is a social media and reputation management agency. So you can utilize those two features. You could either provide the services yourself or more just sell the platform and teach and onboard business owners so they know how to utilize the platforms to streamline those processes. And then maybe you build out the automations on the back end. And then it's really nice because you do a one-time build out. And once you build it out once, what's really cool is you can copy those templates or those snapshots and load them into your new business owners' accounts. And you don't have to do a ton of uplift, right? You can just switch a few things here and there depending on what they want, and you're good to go. And we'll talk about how to do that here in just a second. But let's go ahead and keep going. And we're going to talk about business model number 4. And this is where an add-on gets popped into here. So I just want to make that very clear. And that is the ad launcher. Now, the ad launcher is a software called UpHex. And UpHex is similar to the ad launcher feature that I showed you when we were talking about the social media campaigns, but this one is a little bit more advanced in my opinion. And I'll just show you what it does in a real life demo. So you can go to ad launcher, you can launch new campaigns. You have the option to either select Facebook or Instagram ads or Google ads. So I'll just select this here. You can load templates in there. So this is an example of a dentist and different templates that they have. And once I find one I like, I can select. And then once I come into here, I can switch around the custom values. The ad copies are all built out, so I can put in the price. I can say what type of campaign type I want. So this is, again, Facebook and Instagram. So I can do lead form, landing page, messenger, put in my website, do my area, and just like that, launch my campaign. Now, don't worry. There is also additional info here where you can put in campaign names, you can build out lead forms, load custom audiences, and all that jazz. But essentially, the idea behind this is a huge business model that was very popular over the past few years and probably still is. Like if you're looking to make ways to make money online, you've probably seen this before, which is a marketing agency where you do Facebook and Instagram and Google ads for people. And guess what? I did that too. But here's the thing. Facebook algorithms and Google algorithms, they've gotten really good. And so a lot of the times you can just click a few buttons and it's going to find your target audience based on the content and your ad copy that you're putting in there. And so kind of the way that I looked at this is, you look up all these different videos and all these gurus will say, oh, go find these business owners and charge them $1,000 a month, $1,500 a month, and get them to pay you to run their Facebook ads. And I did it and I had success with it. And it was great. I almost got to $10,000 a month off of doing this model, but it didn't feel right because it didn't require that much work, right? The initial campaign build out would require a lot of work. And obviously we would connect GoHighLevel and set up all the automations and everything. But I just kind of always thought to myself, that's a lot of money to spend. And business owners would always talk about this with me. They would always say, I would charge $1,000 a month, and they would say I was even cheap sometimes. They had companies come to them, charge them $1,500, $2,000. So essentially the idea behind this business model is, hey, for $149 a month, you can essentially get the same results with your Facebook, Google, your Instagram campaigns, and you can launch your own campaigns in a few clicks. And we're going to load thousands of pre-proven templates that we know have a good ROI on them into your business. You can add in your own images, your own photos, whatever you need, but it's going to make it a really easy way so you don't have to get into the complicated ads manager or Google Ads Manager and try to learn how to utilize those tools. It's just all within the GoHighLevel platform, or again, your white labeled version. So again, if you're curious about how I built this out, this is with a side software called UpHex. So I will attach a link to UpHex in there as well if you are interested in this business model. Finally, the AI chatbot, I'll just briefly cover this as well. I showed you how to build out chat widgets within the websites. Now, there are two ways that business owners can manage those conversations. Number one is they manually respond back and forth with those individuals. But a huge thing right now is AI. If you haven't heard of AI, you must be under a rock because that's what everyone's talking about these days. And there is another software called closebot.ai. And I'll do another video on both of these softwares, UpHex and closebot.ai. But just to briefly mention what I do with this business model is essentially I offer AI chatbots to respond on their chat widgets, their emails, and their social channels. So when someone comes in and chats on Instagram and asks them a question, or comes into their website and asks them a question, you can build out AI chatbots that can take them through the whole process of qualifying the lead and even booking that lead as an appointment on the calendar. And it just saves the business owner a ton of time, and they don't have to be worrying about missing messages. And so this has been a huge selling point and another really easy way to build a business model where you can easily charge, $300 to $500 a month for these AI chatbots. So again, doesn't completely break the bank for them, but also a great way to add value to different business owners. And essentially what I do here is the way that I streamline this is on my getting started page that I talked about before. I show them how to set up and get their chatbot going. I just need a few pieces of information. That video goes through that. I have them fill out this form. And then once I have all that info, I can go and build that on the back end and then install that into the chat widget that I showed you earlier in this video. So just a couple brief mentions of other business models that you can do utilizing some different platforms. And again, if you want to see how I build these out and the templates that I use for these and get these forms and my getting started page, you can click my link in the description of this YouTube video to get a 14-day free trial of GoHighLevel, and you'll be able to receive this snapshot and load it right into your account. And with that being said, let's talk about snapshots because that's really important when it comes to the GoHighLevel platform. All right, so to get to your account snapshots, what you're going to do is you're going to click this drop down right here and you're going to switch to your agency view. Once you're outside of a sub account and in your agency view, you're going to go down here and you're going to see account snapshot. So I'm going to go ahead and select that. And once you're in here, you can go ahead and create a snapshot. Now, when I'm in here and I'm going to create a snapshot, I can give it a name. So I'll just say test. And then what you're going to do is you're going to select a sub account to copy. So this is what's really neat about GoHighLevel and how you can streamline your business, because after you build out one sub account for a business, right? So you can build out automations. Maybe you have the templates for the websites, your text messaging campaigns, your emailing campaigns, whatever it might be. You can then create a snapshot off of it. And you can select the sub account that you want to copy. You can hit save. And then once you save that snapshot, I'm going to exit out of this. Go ahead and go back over to sub accounts. And now when I create a sub account, this is what's really cool about this is I can have templates in here, and these are templates loaded by GoHighLevel, or I can import my own snapshots. So I can click here, go to my snapshots, and then when I create that new client, all the information that I have for the other client, so automations, again, email campaigns, all those examples that I just gave, those will be automatically loaded in to the new account that I create. So snapshots are really important. And again, this is why I keep talking about, if you want my snapshots, my launch pad, and all that different things that I offer to help you get a quick start, again, you can click the link down in my description and get access to all of these materials. All right, so let's finish up here and go back into one of the sub accounts and quickly go through some of these other tabs that we did not cover as we went through our different business models. But obviously, these different tabs will be associated in all of these different business models going forward. And I'll tell you what I mean by that. So conversations, for instance, this is where you are going to manage all the different communications going back and forth with your customers with SMS, with email, whatever it might be. So let's go ahead and click there. I can come into the all tab right here, and don't pay too much attention to these. These are just all test ones. This is a test account that I use. But when you come into any of these, you'll be able to see here different options. So depending on what you have hooked up, right, you'll see live chat, email, you'll see SMS, or if they came in through Facebook or Instagram, you'll see those options as well. And you can see here, right, so this one's like a Facebook message. This one is a text message or a live chat, and I can just quickly manage all of those. Under the manual actions, this is really nice because this is where I can come in, and when in that example I gave where I set up an automation and I signed the phone call task to someone, this is where that person can come in here, see the manual action that's assigned to them, and they go, okay, I need to call these 5 people today in order to follow up on appointments. Snippets, again, I talked about these in the email one, but you can add snippets for conversations, for text messages, and have them all hosted here. So again, if you're using very common verbiage or language over and over again, you'll be able to have those implemented into your conversations quickly and easily. So that's the conversations tab, and why it's so valuable to business owners, because they can host all their conversations in one place. Next is calendars. Now, with calendars, this is really neat because if a business owner has a landscaping business, again, I know we keep using that example throughout this video, but we'll stick on it. They can have all of their appointments in here. Now, what's really nice about this is when someone's utilizing the GoHighLevel platform and they want to come here and say, hey, are we booked up on this day at this time? I can just come right into my calendars and see when my appointment is or when those appointments are booked. And when you're thinking about automations, I'm going to start connecting some dots here. This is how you set up those automations, such as appointment reminders. So if someone is about to have an appointment to get their landscaping done, you could say, hey, the day before they are on the schedule for February 26th, whatever it is, go ahead and send out an appointment reminder to the individual. And with your calendars, you can create multiple calendars, which is really nice. So I can come here and I can go into calendar settings, and you can see here, I will have different calendars. Again, this is just an example one, but say I have one for new customers, one for reoccurring customers, whatever examples there are, I can go ahead and create multiple calendars. And when I come into here, you can see here, I have options to do personal bookings, round robin, collective booking, and class booking. So these are all pretty self-explanatory. This will give you a description of what each of these mean. But say that I wanted to distribute appointments among different team members, right? So maybe these appointments are going to be assigned out to different crews that I have. I can go ahead and select here, give it a name, select the team members that I want on this calendar, and then I can give it a custom URL so I can easily send this calendar link for people to book on. And then all the other associated times and different appointments are going to be on there so they don't actually accidentally double book. I can do the meeting duration, the times of days, and then I can also accept payments through here as well. And I'll talk about that in just a second. So super simple to create calendars on here and connect automations. Again, I will create deeper dives on each of these features later, but know that this is available to you. Now let's talk about connections before I move off of calendars. So what's really nice is you can actually come into here and connect your Google calendars right from here. So if they are utilizing like a Google Calendar, they can do it and connect it right here. You can message or set up your video conferencing links if that's important, and a few other things as well. So just know those options are available to you when you're setting up calendars. if that is important. Now let's go ahead and go back, and we are going to go to the payments tab. Now this is really neat because GoHighLevel offers a app. So I'm going to give you another use case here. So with this app, it's called Lead Connector. You can download it on the App Store right now. You can send payments through this app, or you can do it through here. So this is the use case. GoHighLevel will give you the option to hook up things like QuickBooks or Stripe, and you can send payments directly from your phone. So say you have crews out and working and you want them to have the ability to collect payments along the way, they can do so from the app. And with the payments here, you can just go into new and you can do a new invoice. You can do recurring invoices. But the way that you can set up your payments here is you can actually just go to the right here and go to integrations. And you can see here they have Stripe, they have PayPal, and you can hook any of these up. Sorry, I know I said QuickBooks before. I made a mistake there. QuickBooks is something that you can hook up to manage your payments and your expenses, but Stripe and PayPal is what you can actually send payments through. And after that, what you can go ahead and do is get this connected. You can set up your payment links, right? So you can just make it really easy for them to click and pay. You can set up subscriptions through here. So if there's going to be reoccurring payments, so on and so forth. So just know that is an option in here as well. All right, so to finish off these last few features here, let's talk about reporting. Reporting is a way for them to come in here and see their reporting on Google ads, Facebook ads, maybe call reports, appointment reports. There's just a whole reporting features in here. So I can come into here. This is just going to be, again, sample data because this is a sample account. You can see here, again, sample data. I have my Google account hooked up, and it's just a really nice overview of, hey, this is how many impressions, clicks, conversions that I've had. Here's my cost per click. This is how much a client spends with me. And I can break this down so I can see if I'm getting a good return on my investment. So that is the reporting tabs. And again, they have that for Facebook reports, call reports, so on and so forth. Now let's talk about opportunities, because opportunities are another great way to manage your clients, what stages of the pipeline that they're in. And also you can set up automations with these stages of opportunities. So if you don't know what a pipeline opportunity status is, what this is essentially I can see what stage of the journey these prospects are in. So I can have different pipelines set up, and I'll just show you what this looks like here. So I'm going to go to pipelines. I'm going to hit create new pipeline. I'll just name this test. And then I can give it different stages. So I could be like filled out form is stage 1. Stage 2 is appointment booked. Stage 3 is payment received. And stage 4 is review request. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and hit save. And once that is saved, I can see that there. And when I go back to my opportunities tab, now I can click into this pipeline and I can have a contact in here. So let me go ahead and put a test contact in here. And the way that I can do that is I can actually come to my contacts tab. I can scroll down on the left side when I create or go into a contact, and I can click into opportunities and add them as an opportunity. And what I can do is I can put them into a pipeline. So I'm going to go ahead and put them into the test pipeline. I'm going to hit create. And now they are going to be in that specific pipeline. Now you can see here, I can come back here. I can drag and drop these into different stages of the pipeline. And after they're closed won, you can see here at the bottom, I can drag this into closed won stage, closed lost, whatever it might be. And then this is, again, tying back to other features that we talked about where automations can kick in again. Because what you can do is you can say, hey, let me go ahead and send them a review request when I move them to review requests within the pipeline, right? That's just one example of the way that you could build out that automation. So as soon as I move myself into that review request, it's going to say, hey, this contact just got moved there. Let's go ahead and send them a review request. Now, let me go back and show you one more thing too with the automations, because when you're in here, I'm going to go back into my test workflow. You can automatically have people move into those pipelines. So I'm just going to say opportunity, and you can say create opportunity, and I'm going to move them to the test pipeline and save that action. So now what I just did is when someone fills out a form, they automatically move into that pipeline that I just created and then go through that same process that I built out before. So just know that that is possible when you're building out automations. And then finally, with the dashboard, this is just going to give you an overview of your different pipelines, what status that they're in. And then this is really nice because it's a really easy way for business owners to come here and say, hey, how many people filled out a form? How many people have appointments booked? How many people have we closed one? And again, just a really good, easy way to manage all of their data. All right, I know that was a lot, but hopefully this gave you a really good overview of the GoHighLevel platform. And not only that, but gave you ideas of different business models that you can create utilizing this platform. Now, again, if you want any of my templates that I talked about today or my custom landing pages or onboarding process, go ahead and click the link below to start a 14-day free trial of GoHighLevel. And when you sign up as an affiliate under me, I will go ahead and give you these. And then as always, and as any good YouTuber does, if you found this helpful, go ahead, leave a comment, like this video, and feel free to subscribe to this channel to learn a little bit more about different ways to make money online utilizing GoHighLevel and also different side hustles that I do on a day-to-day basis. Thanks so much for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.